So with this new setup, we had 2 shows so far, and the first one went pretty well in September, on September 11th, but the second one was October 16th. And we ran into a bit of technical difficulties at this show. And what happened was, there was a couple things going wrong on my end with the laptop that we were using, but also there was some stuff going wrong with the Cactus Club Snake that was accepting all the mic inputs. And so during the show, we were on stage trying to set up, and the first channel of the Cactus Club Snake, there was a short. So I immediately thought there was something wrong with the computer and started adjusting all these things with the inputs and outputs, and that kind of like messed everything up. By the time I figured out it was the Cactus Club Snake, I had all the other outputs and stuff like that screwed up. So what I did was I assigned everything globally to one output, and we just decided to go with it. It was like my last ditch effort to like get us to play the show. So I just assigned everything in the computer to one main output, and it was mixed, and however it was going to be mixed was however it was going to sound through the PA. One of the perks to this new system is we can also record all of our shows, and I had tested the recording aspect at practice one day. So when I globally reset all the outputs, the tracks from that practice were still on there. So when we played the Cactus Club show, it was pretty funny because we were playing and you were hearing us live, but you were also hearing tracks that we had previously recorded at practice. And because the whole show is timed with a click, everything was totally in sync, but there was 2 of everything hitting the audience at once. So it sounded like my vocals were doubled, and it sounded like the drums were doubled, and everything was pretty tight, but there was some like weird discrepancies. And I remember during the first song when I realized what was happening, I went to do this vocal thing where I dropped the vocal at practice. When we recorded it, it was like ah, but when I sang it live, I just sang it straight ah, and so I'm singing and I'm like ah, and then I hear the ah, and I was like, I didn't do that. And then it hit me like what was happening. I realized at that point that was the practice recording coming through. So it was like we were backing ourselves up and playing at the same time. So that was pretty funny.